In NEET 2027 examination, physics is the subject which is going to decide your rank, my dear NEET aspirants. Because we say if there is only one subject which is going to mess with the student's mind, which is going to create the impact on the SAPE score, which is going to create the impact on the entire NEET score, that is going to be physics. Because you have seen in NEET 2024, in NEET 2025, leave 2024, NEET 2025, NEET 2026, Re-NEET 2026, they have constantly been focusing on the subject physics. They keep constantly basically asking the different pattern of questions in the physics. Okay, so my dear NEET aspirants, that's the reason we say physics is the subject which is going to decide your rank, because 80 to 85% students are able to do good in chemistry and biology, but they lag in the subject physics. So my dear NEET aspirants, in Re-NEET 2026, even in NEET 2025, those students who could solve only few questions in physics, they are right now into the medical college. So that's why we say, my dear NEET aspirants, biology and chemistry you will do, that is for sure. But the problem is physics. So in physics, you have to basically give your 100%. You have to achieve the maximum score. If you achieve the maximum score in physics, your selection is guaranteed. Your selection is directly proportional to what? Physics. So my dear NEET aspirants, make sure you follow whatever I say in this particular video till the end, because this video is going to be very helpful for you in order to score, I would say, amazing score, I would say, when it comes to the subject physics. Okay. Now, guys, listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Since I have mentioned over here, that is 180 out of 180 in physics. Okay. It is mentioned over here, 180 out of 180 in physics. I would want you guys to listen to me very carefully, very carefully. Okay. I would want you guys to listen to me very carefully. Yes. Take a look, my dear NEET aspirants, just a second. So when it comes to this subject physics, okay, just a second. Okay, when it comes to this subject physics, let me just show you. I have mentioned over here 180 out of 180 in the subject physics. How is it possible? How many days we have left if we are starting the preparation right now, sir? We have got 270 days left. And every single day, my dear NEET aspirants, how much you guys are supposed to study? Every single day. I would say, give me 4 hours every single day. And my dear NEET aspirants, you are going to smash this particular subject. When it comes to how, I'm talking about the physics subject, 4 hours, give me daily. So if you have given different slots to different subjects, but for physics, you give 4 hours slot. How many chapters you have? You have 30 chapters. My dear NEET aspirants, let's suppose you are learning in a batch, because 90% students are right now into the batch. Even if you are not into the batch, still this is going to be helpful for you. This is for you also. So 2 hours of lecture. Let's suppose I'm taking the Phoenix 3.0 batch, okay, which will be starting recently, okay, in the upcoming days. So I'll be taking 2 hours lecture daily. And my dear NEET aspirants, apart from that, you will have to do that 2 hours of self-study. Now, let me tell you what you are supposed to do. If you are learning in a batch, make sure you study from basics to the advanced level. Don't focus on the board pattern questions only. Focus on basic to advanced level so that you would be able to solve every single problem pattern when it comes to the physics. Read the theory properly. Ask your teacher to solve. Tell him to show us the different patterns. Even the questions from JEE Mains. Even the questions of, I would say, NEET previously. All the PYQs. And my dear NEET aspirants, once you are done with the lecture, after that, what is the first thing you guys are supposed to do? Notes correction. Because maximum number of times I have seen students making a lot of mistakes in the notes. So that's why we say first and the foremost thing, you have to do the notes correction over there. Okay, where you have made mistake, where you have basically done the calculations properly. Then, my dear NEET aspirants, you'll have to do the revision. Whatever you studied on that day in that lecture, you'll have to revise each and every single thing. Then, my dear NEET aspirants, you'll have to basically go for the previous year questions, solve the PYQs. And then, my dear NEET aspirants, you'll have to basically go for what? Modules. You have to solve the modules. Let's suppose if there is a student who is doing self-study only, then he can do basically this thing only. Means if he is doing self-study, he has studied entire thing previously. So this he'll be utilizing in the self-study. So notes correction, revision, PYQs and modules. And how you are supposed to revise? Let's suppose on Monday you studied some topics, Coulomb's law. You'll be revising that Coulomb's law. And then you will be seeing all the question patterns on the modules. And Unacademy module is the best module that I can recommend, because if you follow Unacademy modules, exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, that is more than sufficient. You are going to smash this examination, that is for sure. So my dear NEET aspirants, I would say, if on Monday you studied Coulomb's law, you'll have to revise. On Tuesday you studied electric field. So on Tuesday you'll have to revise whatever you have studied on Monday, as well as whatever you have studied on Tuesday. You'll have to revise both. You'll have to revise both. So my dear NEET aspirants, this is extremely important. Then you see the results. What are the results that you are going to get? Now schedule. Let's suppose if I say we are starting Phoenix 3.0 batch, okay? Because in Phoenix 3.0 batch, I'll be showing you all the problem patterns from the basics to advanced, from the scratch. Every single problem pattern I'm going to show you. Everything I'm going to show you over there, okay? Scratch from the scratch, so that you face no problem in the upcoming time. Okay, so 2 hours of lectures will be there. Notes, you guys are supposed to make self-made notes, okay? If I'm teaching you something in the class, you'll have to take the notes on your own. That is very much mandatory. And theory, I'll be starting from basics to advanced. Okay, all the question patterns of JEE Mains, all the question patterns of NEET, I'll be showing you, because we have seen recently they have directly copy pasted the questions of JEE Mains in your re-NEET examination, my dear NEET aspirants. Okay. Then apart from that, when it comes to the numerical section, my dear NEET aspirants, what you are supposed to do? First of all, you'll be basically doing the questions which I'll be showing you in the session questions. Okay. The questions, okay, which I have designed on my own, okay, that I'll be showing you. Then previous year questions of JEE Mains as well as NEET, my dear NEET aspirants. Even if you're studying in any batch, make sure you do these steps. Then I would say NCERT, some questions of NCERT, okay, not all, some questions which have the maximum probability that they can ask in the NEET examination. Okay. And then, my dear NEET aspirants, some selected problems of SC Varma, some selected problems, not all, some selected. And some problems of, I would say, DC Pandey, some selected problems. Okay. And my dear NEET aspirants, I would say in this particular case, see, when it comes to me, I will be showing you how many number of questions, 300 to 400 in the classroom. 200 you do it on your own. So means 600 questions per chapter in physics is more than sufficient. Okay. And I have mentioned over here, selected problems, mostly I'll be showing you 90% problems of JEE Mains in your batch. Okay. And when it comes to the syllabus completion, my dear NEET aspirants, syllabus I will be completing, or if you are learning in any batch, make sure you complete your syllabus by December or Jan. Because then afterwards, we will be coming up with the revisions for you guys. Okay. Detailed revisions, okay, in the month of January, I would say, or in the month of February, I would say. And my dear NEET aspirants, 3 quick revisions, and this we will be giving on the YouTube. So this will be our schedule. And if you are learning in any batch, make sure you follow the same schedule. Then you see the results, my dear NEET aspirants. You are going to smash it, that is for sure. So if you want to join this Phoenix 3.0, okay, Phoenix 3.0 batch, the link is in the description of this particular video, or the link is basically in the chats. You can click onto that link and you can join this batch as soon as possible, because we will be starting the classes from, I would say, 26th or 27th July. 26th or 27th July. So take care and bye-bye. Thank you so much, boys and girls. That's all for today.